Santa Barbara is just a name that conjures images of gorgeous palm-lined beaches, glamorous homes, and elegant Spanish-style architecture. Beauty comes naturally to Santa Barbara. The Santa Ynez Mountains back the sun-soaked shoreline, glowing pink in the late afternoon light, and the Channel Islands sit just offshore. While you're visiting, take advantage of this glorious setting to get out in nature. Explore some of Santa Barbara's scenic hiking trails, stroll along the palm-lined waterfront, go whale watching, and bask on the beautiful beaches. In this video, you'll see the top 10 things to see and do in Santa Barbara. The suggestions are based on our several exciting trips to the City of Angels. Here are our top 10 picks. Begin with number 1, Leadbetter Beach. Santa Barbara beaches are among the best beaches in Southern California. Backed by the rugged Santa Ynez Mountains and protected by the Channel Islands offshore. The south-facing coastline offers the perfect slice of sand and sea for every type of beach lover. East Beach and West Beach are tourist favorites. Stretching in either direction from Stearns Wharf, these two beaches capture the classic image of the California coast. Tall palms line their shores, and volleyball nets line up along the soft sand. From West Beach, head west on the Cabrillo bike path, and you'll end up at sheltered surfer fave, Leadbetter Beach. Number 2 is the Old Mission Santa Barbara. Old Mission Santa Barbara is the city's most iconic landmark. Called the Queen of the Missions for its graceful beauty and picturesque setting, this distinctive building shaped the look of the entire city. In 1925, a major earthquake destroyed much of Santa Barbara, and it was rebuilt in Spanish colonial revival style, inspired by Old Mission Santa Barbara. This is the only California mission to remain with the Franciscans since its founding in 1786, and a community of Franciscan friars still lives here today. Number 3, Stearns Wharf. Stearns Wharf offers breathtaking views of the harbor and beaches. Backed by the Santa Ynez Mountains, this iconic Santa Barbara pier sits at the bottom of State Street. In the heart of the waterfront tourist area, and a stroll along here to snap some photos is one of the best free things to do in Santa Barbara. Stearns Wharf was built in 1872 and was, at the time, the longest deep-water pier between Los Angeles and San Francisco. Today, this tourist magnet is home to specialty shops, restaurants, and the Sea Center, one of 2 sites of the Santa Barbara Museum of Natural History. Number 4, Santa Barbara Zoo. The superb Santa Barbara Zoo is one of the top things to do in Santa Barbara with kids. Encompassing more than 30 acres, the zoo occupies a beautiful setting on a hilltop overlooking the Pacific Ocean. Its large, open spaces and lush gardens of palms and native plants impart the feel of a botanical garden, making it a lovely place to stroll around. For such a small zoo, you'll find an impressive variety of animals here. Snow leopards, California condors, meerkats, and the excellent western lowland gorilla exhibit. Number 5 in our list, State Street and downtown Santa Barbara. Santa Barbara is a haven for shoppers, and the epicenter is State Street downtown. Since May 2020, 10 blocks of State Street have been converted to a pedestrian-only thoroughfare. Wander along the walking street and browse specialty shops, antique stores, and boutiques. Cafes and restaurants spill out onto the sidewalks here and make great people-watching spots. Locals' favorite dinner locations include Arigato Sushi, Jane, and the Santa Barbara classic, Joe's Cafe. For breakfast, Janine's at the Shore serves up all your favorites from Eggs Benedict to berry-topped waffles. Number 6. Santa Barbara Botanic Garden. Craving a dose of nature? Head to the beautiful Santa Barbara Botanic Garden. Set on 78 acres of natural woodland. With beautiful views of the mountains and ocean, the gardens showcase around 1,000 types of native California plants and trees. More than 5.5 miles of paths wind their way through the pine-scented woodland. The magnificent Redwood Grove, a wildflower meadow. Number 7. Arroyo Burro County Beach Park. A short 10-minute drive from the pier, this chilled-out beach park is one of Santa Barbara's best hidden gems, featuring a picturesque stretch of sand, Hendry's Beach, grassy areas to pitch up your tent or pop open your picnic blanket, and fantastic views across the Pacific. With BBQs, picnic tables, the oceanfront boathouse bar and restaurant, and excellent conditions for swimming, surfing, and stand-up paddleboarding, a day here can fly by. Number 8. Santa Barbara Harbor and Amp. The Santa Barbara Maritime Museum. The Santa Barbara Harbor is a lovely spot for a stroll on a sunny day. Wander along the breakwater and look for harbor seals, watch the sailors rigging up their boats, or dine along the waterfront. Locals' favorite Brophy's Santa Barbara is one of the best restaurants in Santa Barbara for fresh seafood with a harbor view. After soaking up the salty sea air, you might want to learn a little about Santa Barbara's rich maritime history. The Santa Barbara Maritime Museum on the waterfront is the place to go. The museum features fascinating exhibits on surfing, Channel Islands ranches, Chumash Indians, and more. Number 9. El Paseo. El Paseo feels like a small Spanish village in the heart of downtown Santa Barbara, steeped in Spanish colonial revival style. This evocative complex of shops, restaurants, and galleries was built around the historic Casa de la Guerra adobe in 1920. Today, the adobe is listed on the National Register of Historic Places. The adobe was built by the commander of El Presidio de Santa Barbara, José de la Guerra, between 1819 and 1828. The commander and his wife raised their family here, and over the years, it became the social, political, and cultural center of Santa Barbara. Finish with number 10, East Beach. While West Beach is probably more well-known because of its proximity to Stearns Wharf, those looking for a slightly quieter spot to relax typically find themselves walking a few hundred meters further over to laid-back East Beach. Flanked by a large grassy area, this picturesque stretch of spacious sand is the perfect place to unwind and watch some surfers catching waves in the sparkling golden sunlight. With picnic facilities, a dozen volleyball courts, a bike bath, and kayak rentals to boot. Now it's time to hear from you. What's your favorite thing to do in Santa Barbara? Is there something we missed? Let us know in the comments section below. And don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to Greenable if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.